welcome and thank you so much for joining me, Alyssa Arundell, for your April 2021 tarot card reading. For this month, we're going to pull 3 tarot cards to look into the personal development side of what this month can offer. And then we're going to pull an oracle card to just explore that more spiritual side of what may be happening. But this is a general reading and I hope that you do get something from it. But if you would like to reach out for your personal one-to-one consultation with me, I'd be honored to work with you, and I'll leave that info in the description box down beneath this video, as well as your free 3-card tarot reading if you would like to explore that. But without further ado, let's get into this month and see what the cards hold for you. Hello Virgo, and welcome to your April 2021 tarot card reading. So let's have a little look at what is going on for you potentially this month, Virgo. This is a general reading for your sun, your moon, or your ascendant, Virgo. So let's have a look. So the first card that comes up for you is the 5 of Wands. This isn't always the most easy card to come up, Virgo, because the 5 of Wands is very much about small squabbles or misunderstandings or some sort of arguments, really. Usually this can indicate arguments with colleagues, children, or siblings. Now, because they are wands, they are not going to be, it's not going to be a situation that is massively harmful, right? It might wound, people might say things that are not very nice, or you might say something that you wish you'd have put in a different way, but it's not going to be something that is so dramatically awful that it breaks the whole family apart, right? It's just a few frustrations have been bubbling over, so some of that might come out this month. And actually, even though it doesn't feel good at the time, it can be quite a positive thing once those things are said, because the longer we sort of leave things and the longer we don't say how we feel, that's when we can get into the more swordy type energy. So wands, yes, hurtful, but definitely can be overcome. So the next card for you this April, Virgo, is the Chariot. So it's a major arcana card, which means it has a particular significant importance. The Chariot is very much about things being very fast moving, fast paced, fast energy, things changing. Some of you will experience a actual move to a new location when this card comes up, and some of you may even be entering a new role, a new job or position, or just some new energy coming into the situation. This is going to be fantastic if you have felt like you're in a slump lately. The thing with the Chariot is, though, it does require a certain level of faith, because if we look at the chariot here, he doesn't have any reins on these horses. They're just sort of pulling him along. He's there for the ride. It's like these two competing forces of our subconscious and conscious mind being pulled in a new direction. So you're going to need some faith in order to steer this ship, but it definitely can be done. So if you have been feeling a bit bored, a bit fed up, a bit fidgety, then this card is definitely a good sign for you. It's a bit like being on a roller coaster. You might have a little bit of whiplash when you get off the other end, but actually this is really needed to move forwards. The next card coming up for you for the month of April, Virgo. I love this. This is the 9 of Pentacles. So this is very much about your harvest coming in. I always like to think of the 7 of Pentacles. If you're a gardener, it's about planting those seeds and having to have some patience, because the flowers aren't going to bloom straight away. But when we get to the 9 of Pentacles, they actually are blooming. That wheat is growing, and well, it's grown. And yes, there's still some hard work because you're having to harvest it and bring it in. But actually you can see the rewards of your labor, you know, the fruits of your labor. And so I definitely feel by at the end of the month, you could be getting some sort of maybe windfall financial help in some way, or just a renewed sense of security. So the month starts off here for you, Virgo, with a little bit of squabbles between colleagues, siblings, friends or family, but these things do need to be aired out and they do need to be discussed. But then you're moving full force ahead, moving on from that situation, and by the end of the month I think some of you will be getting some really good news involving your material world. So for this month, we're also going to use the Dragon Oracle cards. These are so beautiful. They're a very fiery energy, which I thought would be good to use for the month of April. So let's see what comes up here for you, lovely Virgo. Okay, wow. This is so beautiful, isn't it? It's a luminaire. And we have this angel and this dragon, and it's a very pure white colour. If we think of illumination, what is illumination? It's shining a light on either something that is in darkness or is hidden. And when we illuminate something, we can see it for what it is. So it is really peeling back those illusions this month in a very spiritual sense. If we compare this to the Five of Wands, this could be some illusions about your family or friendship or work situation, that you're seeing it for what it really is. And whilst that can be very difficult in the present situation to deal with, in the long run, that is actually a very beautiful thing, isn't it, to see the truth of a situation. And then you're moving fast forward, you're being shown new directions, and then you're being shown how you can be rewarded for the not only the hard practical work you've been putting in, but the spiritual work that you've been putting in. So this card tells me that some things you've been wondering about, some things that have been hidden, some things that have maybe been secret, come to the surface, and you really have a better idea of exactly what is going on in your situation. And even though that might feel a bit uncomfortable at first, in the long run that's very, very empowering. So a good month, I think, in total, Virgo, even though there may be a few challenges along the way. Life always likes to throw them up for us. But I think ultimately you will come out on top of this situation. So there you have your April 2021 tarot card reading. Thank you so much for joining me this month and sharing the space with you. I so look forward to reading for you again next month. But if you would like to reach out to me for that live one-to-one consultation, I'd be honoured to work with you. And I'll leave that information of how you can do that in the description box beneath this video. But until we speak again next month, stay safe and take care. Alyssa.